Shaden. And we're live.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello.
So this is Léa.
Hi.
And she is a colleague of mine. We studied together at Birmingham City University. Both of us are doing the same master's program in multi-platform and mobile journalism. So as part of her work placement, she landed this really cool assignment here at the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery, where she's worked with them on an exhibition on body image. So she's just going to show us around, and hopefully you guys can take a look around as well. Okay, so Léa, actually go ahead and show us around.
Begin there.
Yep.
So this exhibition, what is really good about this is called the Story Lab. So the Story Lab is the gallery which is made with Birmingham for Birmingham. By that I mean these exhibitions are curated with 2 curators and a group of volunteers. So basically almost all you see here has been picked by non-professional, which is really good because you can interact differently with they bring just a new perspective on things, not so academic. So here, for instance, we can begin with 3 different pictures of different people in Birmingham, and basically you have all these pictures all around to show that Birmingham have different representations, because this gallery is about body image and how you interact with it, how you think about the ideal. So
Lovely. And this is what she's worked on, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, Léa, tell us a little bit about this. What's this about?
the sound maybe is too.
That's okay.
So this is like, maybe like, I'm so proud of this and I'm still not over it. So basically, we did a video outside in new streets interviewing people about how they react with their own body image and how, if they think they're enough representation in the media. So at first it was supposed to be in the documentary, because I'm doing a documentary to explain to people how this whole exhibition has been curated. And my supervisors sent me a message telling me, wow, this video is so great, we're going to put it on the wall. And now this video is on the museum, and I'm like, what? And there's even my name here, and I'm like, what? I'm not over this. Ooh, yeah, so this is me. I'm not over this. So yeah, so that was great. Here you have like other pictures. Here you can see actually
Jaspreet, if you're watching this, we've seen you. Yes, here you are. Jaspreet is our student union president for anybody watching. And I'll probably tag him here as well so that he can take a look at it. Yeah.
So other pictures.
So I really like this part of the exhibit because it's got a lot to do with queer culture and all of that. So Léa's just going to let me know because she's seen the process of this coming up. So take a look.
So the exhibition is also like to show different body ideals. And you know, depending on your gender and your sexual orientation, you have different ideals. I really love this one. This is a piece that people are really drawn to because it's a cabinet, like when you do your makeup. You can sit here, and in the mirror it's written, "We're all born naked, and the rest is drag." And you know how often in the media, drag culture is pictured as something really extreme and really extravagant and not normal. But this puts this in perspective, being like, yeah, but we kind of all dress up when you think about it. And I really love the colors of this. And you can actually take selfies and stuff because the curators want people to interact with the exhibition, so this is really great to interact with.
So you can take a look around. There's this really interesting piece of work here.
So this is one of the most interesting pieces of work. This is African mask. It's old, I think it's from the Middle Ages, but I'm not really sure about this, so maybe I'm wrong. And this is a piece which has been picked by the volunteers to show like how the African people depicted themselves compared to how the white people depict them after the colonization. So this is very interesting, and it's just beautiful when you think about it.
That's lovely. Now, we are going to move into this really interesting part of this exhibition, which I personally got a little freaked out by.
Everybody
So
goes.
Léa's going to join me on this. Is somebody here? No.
Yeah, no. So this is the Michael Jackson piece. So it's really freaky because how it moves, but if you see closer on the face, you can see that the mouth is white, but the whole face is painted black, just to kind of reflect on what Michael Jackson did to his skin color. And when this was first exhibited, it created a scandal because they were like, how can you depict Michael Jackson like that, blah blah blah, and he's painted black, but it's just a reflection on how you can choose your color, and just a reflection about this. So yeah, but this is really freaky and people get freaked out by this.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is more to do with, I would say, cultural, like word culture. So here you have a lot of Indian culture, but here you can also see a vintage woman challenging herself in the mirror and her own body image. So this is really cool. I love it because of the colors.
But I think the most interesting part of this room has to be this chair.
Yeah.
So considering how all of us are speaking about breastfeeding and all of that, this is supposed to symbolize that. And it's got like a little cute booby over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, keeping in mind the debates that people have on breastfeeding and everything's relevant to every culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you told me that you particularly like this. What do you like about this one?
This one?
Yep.
I like the color and how extreme it sits to us, but in fact no. Like you can see like how big is the eyes and the mouth and the color, which is something completely different from our ideal, which has to be like really like flat and really symmetrical and stuff, and not be like everything proportions. But this is completely out of proportion. That's why I love it. So
It's lovely. Okay, so basically this is primarily what this exhibit is about. But we've got some other really interesting stuff, which is this leg, for instance. It's like a prosthetic leg, isn't it?
yeah, it's an ancient prosthetic leg from the 1950s. So this is, when you were amputated, can we say that? Yeah. When you were amputated, you needed a leg to walk. And this is the leg, and I really love it. I really love the craftsmanship of it. And also the fact that for somebody who is differently able, this might represent an ideal, because it's the ideal of walking when you can't. But so it's really challenging, and also this is also one of the pieces the volunteers picked, and there was a lot of reflection about the fact that it resembles a bit a robot leg. So how we interact with this, and so yeah.
That's nice. So what I particularly was drawn to was this little piece here. I don't know if you guys can see this very clearly, but what does this remind you of? Oh, okay, no problem. So what is this about, Léa?
So
what is this empathy body trail about?
This is also a whole wall of objects picked by the volunteer. So each volunteer chooses an object that represents them and represents their own relationship with body image. So you have different things here. You have a sweater. Here you have an SM color and lead, which is really great. And you have all the explanation here. So, and here I really like this one because it's it's Ken, and how you interact with the male ideal and what we expect of men, like very muscular and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I like it because sometimes like the objects and the explanation you have can really go into the abstract, but really like it's really insightful. It's not something like, oh yeah, you just like carved and muscular. No, there's something behind, and how you interact yourself with your body image. I love it.
Lovely. Okay, so we've come actually to sort of the end of the exhibit. Now the reason for doing this in 360 was to give you guys like a feel of what the entire gallery looks like. The museum has a number of other rooms that are a lot prettier than this, but the point is that this was to make a point, this was to prove a point about body image and to include different perspectives and include different ideals of what people associate with their bodies and the sort of self-esteem that comes with it. So I hope you liked it. I hope you guys go back and check it out, and if there's something you want to see in specific, then just let us know. Léa is doing this really interesting documentary that is to come out on September 21st.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's to submit it on the 21st. I'm not sure when that's coming out. So I'll make sure I snatch it from her and it's put up and you guys get to see it.
And do come to the exhibition. It's up until January. So come and see.
Yep, perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye-bye.
That was fun. Did people watch it?